guys, we got another sponsor today. And look guys, I used 2 hands this time. Alright. There we go. Package open. See, we got a box from Parblo. I'm gonna need a knife. Alright, I brought scissors. Alright, so far, I really like the box it came in. I like the colors. It looks pretty nice. Oh my god, Mia. Why am I so having difficulties opening? Oh, it comes up. I thought I had a thing to open inside. Ooh, it's purple. Oh my god, that's so cool. Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest, for most tablets, they're always like, you know, for most of the tablets at least I've seen, they're always usually black. This one's purple, isn't that cool? Peel sticker. Ooh. Oh. I had no idea that was I like that. Alright, let's see. So, I can't read this. Oh, but I can read this. Pretty stickers. They are stickers! What the heck? What? I didn't know they could come with stickers. That's so cool. Anyways, here's more of the box. I'll put that on the side there. Stickers there. Alright, so comes with a cloth. Has our logo on it. That's interesting. Guess you want to clean up your tablet. Another one that comes with a glove. Wow. This one actually is really comfy too. It's a good thing I have small hands. I feel like if you have a bigger hand, it could definitely probably fit more. But like, it actually perfectly fits my fingers. So if you have big hands, then I'm sorry for you. It's one of those sizes that fits most. Whoa, that's an interesting design. Interesting, they have gray nibs here. Alright, your little pen holder. And it comes with 8 nibs. Interesting. They have the little pen taking out thing in the center. I'm gonna put that back. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. That's cool. I don't really read a whole lot of books unless it's the Sonic comics, but normally I read those in like one go. And here's everything together all laid out. Now, time to put this to the real test and let's draw some art. So after working with this tablet for a whole week, I can honestly say that it's pretty good. In fact, the animation you just watched, as well as the speed paint behind me, was all drawn on this tablet. Of course, that's not to say it doesn't have its downsides. So, we'll start with the cons first. First con. The pen was a bit too light for my liking. I know I've said this before in a different review, but I like my pens having a little bit more weight to them. And, of course, you know, once I start getting into the bee of drawing, I don't really notice it too much, but still I would like the pen to just have a little bit more weight there. The other issue I ran into was, for some reason, when I would try and draw small details, for some reason, I had to be not very zoomed in, but I had to be a little bit more zoomed in to actually get those details to be more correct and accurate. For some reason, when I thought that the pen was on a certain level, I could just kind of make the detail I want. I couldn't really do that, so I had to zoom in a little bit more, and then after I could finally get all the details I wanted, I'm kind of used to drawing more zoomed out, and just kind of being able to have a bit more accuracy when it comes to painting and all that kind of stuff. The other con I would have is that the pen needs to be lifted quite a bit before it stops drawing, So when you're drawing on your tablet, you don't actually have to put your pen down in order for it to draw. Because when you're drawing, it's basically like right-clicking the entire time. However, like, you know, you can zoom your tablet around, it acts basically like a mouse. For this one, I'm used to only having to lift it up a little bit in order for me to stop a line, but even when I lift my pen up, it had to be lifted up just a bit more in order for the line to stop, so the pen would be like, okay, I now register that you are no longer right-clicking, I can let go of this line, and then it'd be done. So there were a couple of times where I had to redo a couple of my lines, just because when I thought it lifted up, it didn't really, and then it would end up kind of still continuing the line where I wanted it to stop. And another problem I kind of had was, for some reason, this tablet had a really hard time clicking on the top menu of Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint is where I like to do my, you know, obviously like a couple of animations and whatnot. Right now I'm using Tool SAI, but I like to switch between Clip Studio Paint and Tool SAI. And for some reason, when I would try and click on the top menu, it would flicker in and out, so it registered that it was clicking it, but it didn't stay. And I was questioning why that was happening, but when I went and double-clicked it, then the problem finally fixed, and I was able to go and look at everything I needed to see. So, it can't do one click, it can only do double clicks, for some reason. I didn't have that problem on Tool SAI, I was able to access the menu perfectly fine on there. It was just on Clip Studio Paint. And I think one of the reasons that might be is because the menu on there is a little bit smaller, and since this tablet has it probably just has a hard time picking up on tiny details. The other thing is that this tablet's also smaller. I'm sure that, I would like to say that on the bigger size that wouldn't be such an issue, just because you have a bigger area to work with, and that means that a more accurate and more precise clicking compared to having a smaller area to work with. And now let's go on to the pros. So I really like how smooth the pen moves on the surface of the tablet. It was really nice. I like the pressure when it came to coloring. I also really like the tablet's color. Obviously it's purple, and like I've said before, most tablets I've seen usually come in black, so it's nice to have a bit of variety. I would actually love to go and see more tablets in different types of colors. That would be really cute. Oh, but with that said, another con is I didn't really use the side buttons too much, but I do think the side buttons kind of feel a little bit cheesy. I don't know, just the type of plastic they use for the side buttons just feels a little cheesy. I didn't really use it too much, but the tablet itself worked pretty fine overall. But it has that kind of like, very smooth plastic kind of feeling. Maybe other people are a fan of it. I don't know. I wasn't really too much of a fan of it. I didn't really use the shortcuts anyways. Most of the shortcuts I just used were on the pen or on my keyboard and mouse. I also want to say that the surface is really smooth, and I did try it out with the glove on, but the glove ironically gave more friction to the tablet than having the glove off, so honestly I didn't really use the glove too much. I like having a smooth surface to work on, so it's easier for my hand to slide on it. Normally, I'm pretty sure having a glove on means that it's supposed to get smoother, but I noticed that with my hand on it, it was just smooth enough already, and adding the glove just added more friction. Another thing is that setting up the tablet was extremely easy. You know, once it's installed, then you can immediately start working, and that was really good for me. And the last thing I have to say is that I was having a bit of a hard time with my pen pressure, since I personally draw extremely lightly, but thankfully, I was able to change the settings in the menu. I didn't have to force my hand to put pressure on the tablet pen in order to draw. And it was, when I was first drawing, I was like, oh my gosh, I really have to put the pressure on there just to go and get this sketch out. Like, oh man, this really sucks. Like, oh god, is this gonna be a bad tablet review? But then I was like, oh, there has to be some way to fix this. Like, I can't draw just putting my hand down and pressing so hard like this. It's too much for me. So I went around, messed with the settings, and I was like, oh, thank God, I can actually draw properly now without having to, like, shove my hand down and, like, draw as if I'm, like, a caveman, you know? Back then, you just took a rock and you just carve things up. So I was really happy that that was fixed up for me, so that was all good. So in terms of price, the one that I got to test out is the small version, which is $57.99 Canadian, but if you're American, then it is only $52.99. However, there's currently a deal that saves you $3 if you have honey, so, you know, if you got that honey coupon, then you're good. You can also get it in the black variety, but of course I'm pretty sure if you're going to be buying this tablet, you're most likely going to want it for its nice purple color, because honestly it has a really, really cool purple color. So as for medium, if you want the bigger size, the Canadian price is basically $80, and the American price is $70. And yeah, I think overall the tablet is pretty good. Of course, you know, you got my pros, you got my cons. I don't really do like official ratings or anything, but if the cons are too much for you, then it's probably not the tablet for you. But if you like the pros, then you know you like the pros. I was able to do this whole animation with it. I got really used to it at the end, swapping back to one of my other tablets. It felt so weird because I was so used to working with that one for a whole week that I forgot what it was like to work with my usual tablet. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you think. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. You have a nice day, or night, or wherever you're at. Nice afternoon. Goodbye.